Yes, I know sometimes you have a very good setup, then you enter, the price hits your stop loss before going your way. This has happened to you quite a number of times. This is basically the argument of those that believe that stop loss is a scam and stop loss should not even be used at all. In this video, we want to look into what stop loss is, how to properly apply stop loss. We'll be looking at why traders think stop loss also is scam, the real purpose of stop loss. Stop loss is not a risk management, it is part of risk management. In its real sense, it's not a risk management but part of risk management. And if you listen to the end of this video, you are going to definitely know how to think about stop loss and how to properly apply stop loss. Okay, so my name is James Toby Samuel once again, and today we'll be talking about stop loss not a scam. You are just using it wrongly. So let's dive into that. Yeah, there's a video that is going around on the internet that says stop loss is a scam, and honestly they are not entirely wrong. Stop loss can feel like a scam when you keep getting stopped out only for the trade to later go your way exactly you have projected it. But here is the truth: stop loss itself is not the problem is how you are using it. Okay, so let's go into it and look at each of these topics one after the other. Now, the first thing is, what is the stop loss? You have to understand what stop loss is. Most of the time, mentors do not really explain this. My mentor did not explain this to me. I later find out through different studies, interacting with AI also, and be able to understand what stop loss is in its real sense. Now, a stop loss is simply your invalidation level, and that is it. Now, a stop loss is not where you feel like you should put your stop loss. A stop loss is not 50 pips. Every opportunity in the forex market creates its own unique stop loss. So you can't tell me that Euro USD last week gave you 30 pips stop loss and today is giving you 30 pips stop loss again. No. Okay, based on your entry and quite a number of other things that are involved, those stop loss is going to be differs. So it is simply put invalidation level, the point where your setup is no longer valid. It is not tools to limit your emotions, it is a tool to define your logic. It's not to limit your emotion and say that, oh, this is the amount of money I want to risk by saying that this is the stop loss you want to use. No, you don't use stop loss to control your risk. Okay, you use stop loss to invalidate your setup and say, okay, if price break this particular level, it means this is not going to buy. If price break this particular level, it means it's not going to sell. And that is what stop loss really means. Okay, so let me give you an example. When you take a trade, you have a reason. Maybe you are buying because of a support level, or you see a bullish pattern. Your stop loss should be placed at the level where that reason no longer exists. So where you see that, okay, this particular support has been broken and price already heading downward, it means that there's nothing you are going to see in the market that will tell you that this is still going to buy, and that is where your stop loss should be. That's what we called what? Invalidation level. Okay, if your analysis says the market should go up from support, put price breaks, but price break that level, your idea is wrong. So your stop loss is what will prove your idea wrong, because what we do in the forex market is actually trading ideas. Okay, what you feel like is going to happen based on your previous experience, and that is where you should put your stop loss. Okay, so every setup, and this is what I want you to have in mind, every setup has its own stop loss. Okay, so let's move to that another thing. The second topic here is why traders think stop loss is a scam, and this is where I'm going to explain to every one of us what the person meant and how the person should have explained it much more better. Most traders do not place their stop loss at the invalidation level. Like I said earlier, it is invalidation level. They place it where it feels safe. Like, okay, I'm just risking 50 pips, I'm just risking 30 pips. Okay, that is where they felt that, okay, safe for them not to be able to lose their money. But it does not mean that price can still get to that place you put your stop loss and it's still valid for going up. Okay, but I used to tell traders, whenever I set a stop loss, there's no way price is going to come to my stop loss and it will go again my way, because I know where to put it. And that's why I used to tell traders, don't be glued to the system that says that, oh, I'm just using 5 pips, I'm not using 10 pips. As a matter of fact, I've heard some people on TikTok telling me that they risk 1 pips on gold. So these are false narratives in the forex market that must be corrected. And if you want to grow, you should not listen to such. Okay, so they place it too tight, just below a candlestick. Some people say just below a candlestick you put it there. No, or just above a recent week. No, that's not how to set up stop loss. It will still come to that place, get you liquidated, and then start going your way. What happens next? A small spike hits it, and then price moves exactly as they predicted. That is when they say stop loss is a scam. So that is the major reason they say stop loss is a scam. But this is the truth. You scammed yourself because your stop loss was in the wrong place. If your stop loss is in the wrong place, it invalidates that stop loss and you're not going to get in again. It means that analysis is wrong totally. Then you look for another setup to continue. So I believe with this explanation, you understand what I'm trying to say much more better. Okay, so what's another thing that we should look into here? The real purpose of stop loss. Now understand what is the purpose of stop loss. This actually comes in 3 different phrases: the stop loss, the break even, and then the trailing stop. These 3 things, most traders that I've seen out there, they use these 3 things wrongly. I mean totally wrong. They use the stop loss wrongly, they use the break even wrongly, and they use their trailing stop wrongly. I was on BTC USD buy, and I was able to trail my stop in such a way that price did not hit my stop, and I was able to make 900 pips from it. I have it on my channel as a proof. Okay, because I know where exactly to put it, meaning that if price break that level, that makes my setup to be invalid. Okay, so stop loss has 2 major purposes. Let's look at the purpose now. To invalidate your setup when your bias is wrong, is proving wrong. When your bias of buying is wrong, it will invalidate that setup. When your bias is wrong, maybe for buy or sell, it will invalidate that setup. It will prove you wrong that yes, you are not correct on this particular pair that you have chosen that is going to buy or sell. The second purpose of stop loss is to protect your account from being liquidated of price. Okay, keeps moving against you. So if price, of course, it has invalidated you, and if you don't put stop loss, it means that you are going to be wrong forever. You are already wrong in that a bias. So instead of you to continue getting wrong and kept on losing money, stop loss is there to keep you away from what? Being liquidated. Okay, so it's not meant to make you lose small trades. Listen to that. I will say that again. It's not meant for you to lose small trades. It's meant to keep you alive long enough to win big ones. That is the purpose of stop loss. So without stop loss, one wrong move can wipe your entire account, and that is what we have in the case of some people that died, of course, in this current issue of crypto dump. I was on that particular trade. Okay, actually that's the beauty of forex trading, that you can buy and sell. I was actually on a buy also, but because there's a particular place I put my stop loss as a break even, because I was on a buy for a very long time, like I said earlier, price got away, kicked me out of the market instead of me to lose the entire profit that I have made. And that is how to trade with stop loss. So like I will say, I will blame most of the mentors that do not really explain this to traders, and that is just what it is. So let's move on to the next thing. Stop loss is not risk management. Like I said earlier, it is not the risk management itself. Okay, it's not the destination, but part of it. And here I will be slow so that I'll be able to make you to understand it. This is where many traders miss it. Stop loss alone isn't risk management. It's just part of risk management. What is the risk management itself? The real risk management comes from your position sizing. It is how well you have been able to know the correct loss size that you are going to use that will keep you long in the market. As a matter of fact, if you are down with 50 pips with the correct loss size, you will not be risking more than 2% or 1% of your account. Even 50 pips, even 100 pips, and that is how to go about it. And most of the time, these stop loss scams always go around with those people that trade smaller accounts, because indeed, if you look at your trading capital in percentage, you will know exactly what to do. See, every account that I trade has its unique loss size, and every pair, I don't use the same loss size for gold. The one I use for Euro USD, I will not use for gold. I will not use the one I use for gold for German 30. I will not use the one I use for the German 30 for GBP JPY. So I have already have a system. In the next video, you are going to see that. I'm going to make sure, and that is why you should subscribe to my YouTube channel so I'll be able to see it when I drop it. I'll be giving you, and I'll also add a PDF towards that so I'll be able to download a particular picture of it, a PDF that will explain this much more for you and be able to help you to calculate it. So position sizing is the real risk management. Here's what I meant. If your loss size is too big, even with a perfect stop loss, you are still risking too much, and that is it. But when your position sizing matches your account and your risk tolerance, you control your risk. And I used to tell people, you don't need to enter aggressively. You don't need to do that. If you are looking at the long term, I know some people that enjoyed last year in trading. This year now they are struggling. Why? Because they've not been able to put in the real work. Okay, so let's look at what risk management is. Proper position sizing plus proper stop, okay, and lost placement. That is what risk management is all about. So the first thing that takes the lead here is what? Proper position sizing. I know some do not really know how to properly position their sizing, and I will show you in the next video. I can't show you in this video because it's going to be too long. Okay, so when these two things align with each other, you can trade freely without fear, because every trade is just a calculated risk, and that is what I do. And that's why you will not see me blow accounts. Even if I'm going to blow a particular account, I will not blow it just that easily. I have come out of 9.5% drawdown before because I know what I'm doing, and there's a system towards that in place, and that is what you should focus on. And that's what I used to tell people, that what will make you profitable is not your technical analysis, but some of these little topics that we are talking about. You put them rightly, because your technical analysis cannot be 100%. You will definitely lose some, you definitely win some. But if all of this, your risk management, your data are all aligned together, I bet it with you, you are going to make a lot of waves in the forex market. Okay, so now, how to think about stop loss. This is how you should think about stop loss. When you are placing your stop loss, ask yourself this first question: at what point does this setup become invalid? At what level? And I'm going to show you on the chart. In my next video, I will show you on the chart. That's the practical aspect of this teaching. I will show you on the chart how to properly put it. Okay, if price hits this level, can I confidently say I was wrong? That is your stop loss. That level whereby you know that if price you put it there and then it's invalid again, that is where your stop loss should be. Okay, don't place it where a random spike can just knock you out of the market. Okay, don't do that. Where the market structures clearly changes direction, that is how professionals will trade. So place it where the market structure changes direction. When that, yes, if you are buying, the market is telling you that this is invalid again, that is where you should put it. And that is why you should wait enough for you to have confirmation that level that you are going to place your trade is going to hold. These are little things that professionals do, and that makes that lot of difference. I'm telling you this for free, and that is what you should know. Okay, so let's go on. So the next time you hear stop loss is a scam, remember, stop loss isn't the enemy. Poor placement and wrong position sizings are the enemy. So the first thing you should know is that when you have a wrong placement of your stop loss, you are already doing something that is wrong. And when you are using a wrong position sizing, you are already open to a lot of risk, not your stop loss. So your stop loss is not there to punish you, it is there to protect you and tell you where it is time to move on. I'll give you an example again. Just as I was talking now, something came to my mind. Look at what happened 2 weeks ago. This is October 2025. 2 weeks ago, that would be around early October or late September, we saw a particular move dropping on JPY. We just woke up the next week and then JPY dropped massively. If I'm holding a trade overnight and I did not put a proper position sizing, put a stop loss there, all my accounts will be wiped out. Though I did not hold any JPY pairs for that week, but I was just like amazed that look at what happened. We cannot control some of the moves that will happen in this forex market. That is why we need stop loss. So don't let anybody even argue with you that stop loss is a scam. Okay, so and that is that. So trading is not about being right all the time. It's about surviving long enough to catch the right move, like I've said earlier. Okay, so in my next video, I will break down how to properly place your stop loss in the setup step by step. I will show you an example of how to use market structure, support and resistance, and invalidation zones to find the perfect stop loss point. And this is going to improve your trading style forever. I'm telling you, these are the things that I have more understanding about, and then it helps me at the long run. So make sure you subscribe and turn your notification bell. You do not want to miss this. Okay, thank you so much for joining today. If there's any question, drop it on the comment section below and I will definitely reply you. Okay, so see you at the next video. Bye for now.